another day that ends in Y, another group of puritanical weirdos on both sides of the political aisle have found something to be mutually outraged over, and you're gonna think it's odd, but it is a relationship between a man and a woman. They are outraged about this. Let's talk about it, shall we? Right after a cheap plug for our merchandise.
The following announcement
has been paid for by the new Wakuian Order. ETEP here. I know you've been asking for it, so we've got it. You want that new Wakuian Order merchandise? Here it is. T-shirts, mugs, towels, hoodies. It is all there. Tote bags, ladies and gentlemen. And if the new Wakuian Order is not your thing, well, we've got something for that too. We've got the old school Going In Raw, the place to be reviews Egyptian logo. We've got the ETEP and mini ETEP shirt. We've got tank tops. Monday night Going In Raw, no protection required. We've got leggings. Ladies and gentlemen, it's there if you want it. If not, just subscribe. It's free. It always will be. Thank you very much. Leonardo DiCaprio can make pearl-clutching progressives and conservatives happy by dating a man his own age.
What are you, gay?
This came out a couple days, yesterday on Bounding Into Comics. And the title alone is great because there are a lot of conservatives. And I was really ripping on the cat ladies, but they're conservative cat ladies too, and you'll find that out in this article. These pearl clutchers, oh, this is funny. Leo dating a very, very much younger woman, and they are not happy about it. Progressives and conservatives freaked out this week over their mistaken belief that Leonardo DiCaprio is romancing another younger woman. Despite this error, the pearl clutching left and right continue to go after him for his dating habits. And it's all quite amusing because if DiCaprio was dating a man his own age, progressives and conservatives would be gushing over him. And they're absolutely right. If Leo came out with like,
oh my god, Z's, I'm totally gay, Z's. Holy hell, you guys, I'm dating a 19-year-old guy. It's so amazing, Z's. He doesn't even care how old I am. Oh my god, we're so happy. Hashtag love is love.
We don't care what anyone does in the privacy of their own bedroom.
Liar!
Yet, curiously enough, both sides of the UNA ideology care very much about DiCaprio's bedroom privacy. And so when they mistakenly thought he was dating another younger woman, they lost their minds. Twitter explodes with memes about DiCaprio's 29-year age gap romance with Eden Polani, as users call out their inappropriate pairings with the same age difference, from Stranger Things Hopper and Eleven to Joel and Ellie in The Last of Us. Screamed an exceptionally long February 7th headline from the Daily Mail. See, here it is right here. The Daily Mail is trash. I mean, let's be honest. The Daily Mail is basically the rest stop toilet paper of journalism. I mean, they're right up there with Kotaku. They're just garbage. And that wasn't enough. The Daily Mail had another hysterical February 7th headline about the non-story. She's so young, her high school education was interrupted by COVID. Twitter users slammed DiCaprio 48 over romance with Eden Polani, 19, who's younger than the Titanic movie. Oh my, Twitter users slammed him. How stunning and brave. And slammed appears to be the word all the cool kids are using in their freak out over nothing. Leonardo DiCaprio slammed over romance with Eden Polani, bawled the February 7th headline from the New York Post. Apparently DiCaprio isn't even dating Polani. But who cares if he was? What's unusual about a man finding a woman attractive? Nothing. Yet progressives and conservatives have joined together to form an outrage mob about it. It's even more bizarre when considering how both progressives and conservatives think that same-sex relationships are perfectly normal. These people are weird. They're flat out strange. They have the most bizarre belief systems and illogical ways of thinking. They think same-sex relationships are perfectly normal. These people are weird. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a progressive liberal. I'm a libertarian, and here's my and I'm going to say my view, because it's not my truth. There's no such thing. You don't get your truth. Nobody gets their truth. It's the truth. Not your truth, not our truth, not my truth. There's no such thing as individual. This is my truth. I'm going to speak my truth and you're going to listen. No, you're a fucking mental midget at that point. You don't get your truth. There's the truth, like I said. Okay. Same-sex relationships. They said these people, who wrote this article? I have to go back up here and look and see who wrote this one. Paul Hare. I have no idea who Paul Hare is. It's a new name over there at Bounding. All right, no issue with that. Same-sex relationships, to me, hey, look, I don't see anything wrong with two consenting adults together. All right? Now, that being said, I don't want to be told that that is the norm, okay? It's not, but I don't have an issue with it. It's not the norm, okay? And I know what I said earlier about normalizing, when people say you have to normalize things. Well, I mean, let's be honest. If that's what two adults want to do, they should have full legal right to do that. That's absolutely correct. If you're going to tell me that a man can change into a woman, or a woman can change into a man can get pregnant, or there's no such thing as women who breastfeed, it's breastfeeding people. All of those things will lead me to believe that
Just ring your call button and Tommy will come back there and hit you on the head with a tack hammer because you're a retard.
Who doesn't believe in basic biology. And I know I got somebody I said that, I learned that, difference between men and women in basic biology. Somebody's like, well, you obviously didn't take advanced biology. Sorry, let me translate that. They said you obviously didn't take advanced biology. I'm like, you don't need advanced biology to know that a man is a man, a woman is a woman. You can't change, okay? That's not the core of what we're arguing when we make these statements and talk about this issue. It's not that you can't pretend. You're free to pretend all you want, but don't bring me your delusions and expect me to validate them. Don't. It's not going to happen. And if you say the DSM says this or the DSM says that, the DSM is politicized. And if you try to tell me that science is science and these doctors aren't politicized that are saying this, you're a liar. Because what sort of doctor who would follow the Hippocratic Oath, which every physician is sworn to follow, would give hormone blockers to a child? That's disgusting and it's wrong. And they should have their medical license stripped and not be allowed to practice. You don't give hormone blockers to kids. Children do not understand. And I say this because now you see like that nitwit social media influencer on TikTok who tried to say that the guy who was allegedly staring at her and wasn't even staring at her in the gym was somehow someone who likes underage girls. She tried to infer that by her statements. She is 21 years old, I believe, and in one point she says a underage 21-year-old. No, you're 18, you're legal age to go to war. If you can fight and die in a war, you're a legal adult. Okay, now the argument can be made that if you can go and serve in the military at 18, you should be able to buy alcohol at 18, and I agree. But the problem is 18-year-olds today, for the most part, are as smart as the cloth I use to clean my glasses. There's exceptions, but I mean, let's be honest. They want you to consider yourself a child up to like 26, which is fucking ridiculous. I've been living on my own for 7 years at that point. I mean, our society is insane, and I know I kind of went off track. To bring this back to Leonardo DiCaprio, they're just mad. These people that are getting mad need something to get outraged over, and he's not even dating her, which makes it even funnier. So yeah, to say that, and this Dave Rubin, the Rubin Report, I don't know. I didn't know he was gay. I don't even barely know who Dave Rubin is. I don't care if you're gay and you're in a relationship with somebody and you want to have, okay, so they obviously have a surrogate, because neither of these men are able to ever have a child. So yeah, this is a non-controversy, but I don't see two lesbians or two guys together as weird. What I see weird is when people want to indoctrinate kids or be, animal bathing enthusiasts about things like that and push it on children who don't know if they're a fire truck or a dragon or a dinosaur or a person. You know what I mean? Their minds aren't capable of making those decisions at that point. So one thing that you are capable of by, let's say 18, 19 years old, is discerning on who you would like to date. Now, a 19-year-old with a 48-year-old, do I personally find that a little, look, I'm 42. I wouldn't want to date somebody who was in their 20s. I wouldn't. simply because of the level of life experiences. And just, if I was 50 years old, would I want to date a 20-year-old? No. I mean, would you want to bang one? Yeah, probably. But dating one, I mean, let's be honest. You're 50 and you're dating a 20-year-old. What do you really have in common? You know, so it's just, it's off-putting, but they're legal adults. So why are we making an issue out of this? It doesn't make sense. We should be actually going after the creeps and the weirdos who prey on underage people. Now, I know, and I covered an article and a video about this with Millie Bobby Brown, talking about how weird it was how Hollywood sexualized her overnight between the day she turned 18 and the last day she was 17 and she was a minor. She called it out and thought it was weird. So Hollywood does that. And we have an issue with that in society. Remember Cuties on Netflix?
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yeah, so there's a lot of weird stuff. But this, to me, like I said, do I have a problem with it? No, I don't. Not at all. They're both adults. But they're not even dating. So what's the issue? An esteemed Elle magazine ran a 2020 column with a titillating title of, "I had a lesbian affair with my older married boss." Whatever. And in case anyone wants to go with, but DiCaprio is a high-profile person, that's why we're talking about him, defense, it still doesn't work because both progressives and conservatives are fine with actress Sarah Paulson being in a relationship with actress Holland Taylor, who is over 30 years older than her. Yeah, Entertainment Tonight, People Magazine, and Larry King have all happily talked about it. Yeah, and I saw an interview with Sarah Paulson where this was celebrated. Now, that's funny. It really is, considering it's a lesbian relationship, and well, that's diverse and inclusive. So, in rainbow alphabet mafia representation, so of course they're going to celebrate it. But, you know, a heterosexual toxic white male dating a younger female is just the end of the world. So progressive and conservatives losing their mind over DiCaprio dating younger women is just a bunch of nonsense. Literally, who cares if he does? Who cares if any man does? Progressives and conservatives have normalized sodomy and every other deviancy, so no one cares about something normal like age differences between a man and a woman. They might as well leave this stupid non-story alone and go find something else to be outraged about. So there you have it, folks. You've got Leonardo DiCaprio being scrutinized for allegedly dating a 19-year-old and he's 48. These puritanical freaks are the same ones that try to tell you that a man can become a woman and a woman become a man and a man can have a kid and so on and so on. And they're the ones getting worried about, you know, two consenting adults, which they're not even dating. So what are we really complaining about here? If this was reversed and it was a 48-year-old female dating a 19-year-old man, they would be, oh, slay, queen, slay. Yeah, get that young buck, girl. Girl boss moment. That's exactly what you would be hearing from these idiots on Twitter. But no, the complaining you're hearing is, like I said earlier, it's the cat ladies, it's the spinsters, it's the angry feminists who, they're the ones that say we empower women, women power, girl boss. And they see a woman walk by who is not embracing their values of intersectionalism and is attractive and happy, then the claws come out and she's garbage and how dare you, you're this and you're that. And it's all projection. It's all internalized projection. To me, I don't care what's going on with Leonardo DiCaprio and a 19-year-old. I don't care who he dates. It doesn't matter as long as they're legal age. Who gives a damn who he's dating? Really? Does that affect your life at all? No, you just need something to talk about. These journos are really, really scraping the bottom of the barrel when there's so much out there that they could be talking about, but instead they stick to what they're paid to shill about. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. If you've enjoyed the video, please, this is the point where I ask you to hit that like button and share it. I know it's a lot of work, but if you could spare me the 10 to 15 seconds it takes to do that, I would truly appreciate it. And maybe if you're so inclined to spend the extra time, leave a comment, just say, hey, subscribe. It's free. It always will be. Ding the red button. Takes no time, and it does me a big favor. I'd appreciate that. If you've hung out this long, thank you so much for supporting the channel. There's channel memberships available. You can join there if you so desire. If not, cool, just watch the videos. Merchandise is available. Links in the description if you want a shirt, hoodie, something like that. You can catch us live at Horror Hound March 24th through the 26th in Cincinnati, Ohio. We'll be hanging out there. We'll be going to the zoo down there in Cincinnati. We'll be making a trip to Carvel. Gotta get a cookie puss cake, bud. But yeah, check us out. Hit us up. You know where all the links are there in the description to the video. Thank you so much. I'm Etepo Kuyan from The Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of you. If I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. I'll catch you on the next one.
It's better to burn out than to fade away.
I could do this all day.
This doesn't bode well.
You're lying. I never hit you. You are tearing me apart, Lisa.
No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.